The word that I got for you guys was begrudgingly. And you may feel like resistant or resentful for your workload or what you're having to do, or you just may be feeling that way in general. I hear you. It took a lot for me to get in. It took a lot for me to get in the like flow to read for you all, not because your energy is difficult, because the energy that is being given to you is difficult right now or is in conflict with who you are. And so there could just be something about like autopilot or, you know, just going through the motions or begrudgingly doing shit. So hydrate, light it if you got it. Hey Capricorn, it's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for 2024. Whew, split the deck, and this is Sun and Capricorn, the Four of Pentacles, and the Hangman, and that makes sense. Your ruling planet Saturn is in Pisces right now, and so I feel like that could be the like begrudgingly energy that I'm picking up on. Your ruling planet Saturn is structure, time, karma, discipline, and Pisces is like the unknown. Pisces is the spirit world. Pisces is all things beyond the veil. And so it's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. There is no structure over here, but Saturn's requiring you to get structured over there in the spirit world. So I do feel like, and we've been talking about this for a while, but Saturn's deeper in Pisces now. So there's this, you're getting deeper into the energy of having to really figure out, what do you believe in? What the hell is going on with your mental health and your mental health habits? You know, like where are you at with that? Are things on the up and up? Are you being consistent? And the same thing goes for your spiritual life. Where the heck are you at with that? You know, are you letting logic lead still? Not that logic is bad, but you're a spirit having a human experience, and your spirit needs to be in the driver's seat, not your logic and not your emotions. And it's hard. It's hard to switch over from that. I'm not going to make light of your situation at all. I never have. Y'all have been getting your ass handed to you for a fucking while. Since like 2008. I'm like, for real. And so there is this like, fuck. It's a lot of thick, sticky energy that I feel like is leading to this kind of arduous climb. But if anybody can do it, it's you. You've already done worse, gone through worse, overcome worse, bodied worse, turned worst into the best, and you always will. You have everything that you need to do it. So like I said, hydrate, light it if you got it. Honestly, if I didn't have more work to do after this, I'd be lighting it up with you. But I'm ready. Let's create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2024. the first card out is the Five of Pentacles. If money is funny, you feel funny. You know, there could just be something here with some of you Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Are you playing Cat and Save-A-Ho still? Are you still like carrying around all these dead weight fucking people and calling it friendship? I'm sorry, Mars is in Aries and I just like can't help. I'm sorry. Like, are you like still kicking it with all these people who are like capable of a fraction of what you're able to do and like calling them your lovers or giving them your body, giving them your life energy, your sexual energy? You're so much smarter than that. And I feel like Gemini season is going to show you to an uncomfortable point where the lack and scarcity mentality comes from and how to uproot it. You're definitely getting way more masterful in the mind. Welcome to the season of I think. And I feel like Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, the Sun in Gemini is going to be revealing to you all of the holes in your thought process. Like the error in your like thinking, or the fact that it's like you know you can have and are worthy of more, right? With the Five of Pentacles at the bottom as the first card, like first thing to be clarified in Gemini season, first thing to be clarified on the Selenite throne in Gemini season is the ways you take the brunt of the storm for everybody. Who you show up for. Do you want to quit? Do you still want to work at this job? Do you still want to like labor yourself this way? I just saw 5:55 on the clock. There is just conflict in the realm of your either this job that you're working or your career. It could be conflictual energy around, do I quit? Do I stay? Do I go? Do I stay in this connection with this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius? Do you feel left out? It's time to tend to like, okay, the root of this card is excommunication and feeling like you are on the outside of help, specifically from the church, is the origins of this. And so there could just be something like, do you feel left out? Are you feeling left in the cold? Do you feel abandoned? Is there like, it's time to dive deeper on like the disconnections and why there's this disconnect in your spirit, disconnect from the divine, disconnect from church, disconnect from belief system. It feels like you are full steam ahead with logic and work and getting things done and, you know, tending to the schedule, tending to the obligations, tending to the duties. But like, how long can you stay in autopilot? How long can you ignore yourself this way? Going from the 5 to the 4 of Pentacles also is a decrease. And so there's something here about like a decrease in energy or self-worth, or I feel like if you are experiencing a decrease in money, it is connected to your self-worth. And that's a lot wanted to be revealed to you about that in Taurus season, that you're going to be articulating in Gemini season. And the divine it's like, as always, it's giving you this like harsh, brutal truth, but it's for your betterment. So you don't have to stay in this like begrudgingly kind of, you know, mindset, or so you don't have to keep doing things that you have to do begrudgingly. Center of the reading being the 4 of Pentacles is about like the divine wants to restabilize your concept of self, wants to stabilize your concept of like access, what you have access to, you know, how much money you can make, like the fact that there's so much fucking pie out here. You can get yourself a slice or 2 if you want, or 3, you know, depending on how you set up your life and how ethical and truthful you are, you know. You can get yourself all the pie that you want. It's just a matter of what you feel worthy of having. And so what are you holding on to? What are you clinging to for dear life? Or who is clinging to you? It may be somebody with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements. But Gemini ain't fucking around. Gemini season is going to come in. And if it has to make you uncomfortable and humble you in some sort of way to get you to renew your mind and to slow down and to return to reverence and return to like meditation and peace, then it's going to do that. 2 cards out here with stained glass, like 2 cards referring to like a sacred place or church. And there is something, I'm not a church person, I'm not advocating or telling you to do that, but I do feel like there is something here going on with you need to figure out what it is that you believe in, and you have to allow or understand that a new foundation in the realm of your mind is being established after a period of pain. Some of you are still recovering from heartbreak, pain, disappointment, loss, grief. You're figuring out how to find a center, how to get to a spiritual center. And I want you to voluntarily seek that out versus Saturn having to drag your ass into it while he's in Pisces. It's like, do you pray? Do you meditate? Do you talk to the God of your understanding? Do you talk to your guides? Do you do rituals? Whatever the fuck it is, it's time to get back on game with that. It's important. You may be dealing with other people's stuff too. I also feel like some of you, are you like spying on someone, or is someone spying on you? Like, or I'm not spying. It could be like, you know, Facebook stalking or some shit like that. But if you're still looking at an ex or looking at, you know, curious about other people, curious about dating other people, but you won't message them or you won't reach out, or you going from the King of Swords to the Page of Swords, that's also, it's like the 5 of Pentacles to the 4 of Pentacles is a decrease. The King of Swords to the Page of Swords is like not a decrease, but like it's a diminishment in a way. And it just feels like there's a necessary diminishment in the realm, in these sectors. There's a natural decrease in these sectors because a do-over, or like a start over, a new like chapter is coming in regards to these things. And so you think you know stuff. You think you know how your lot in life. You think you know what's coming. You think, I just feel like you think that you have a it's almost like you're telling yourself a very specific story. And then like you get mad when it comes true, because it's like ends up being this self-fulfilling prophecy thing. The King of Swords is telling you like you may be being a bit cold, or you or this Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or this, you know, authoritative kind of person in your life may be being cold, and there could be some sort of a humbling situation. Don't make issues with money be what brings you closer to God. Like, I don't know, I guess, okay, I guess, but like that just, I don't know, annoyed me. Because it's like, oh, I don't know how I can pay these bills. Dear God, please help me pay these bills. And it's like, if I were, I'd be like, you ain't talked to me since how long? And I don't know, but luckily I'm not God. And so there's something there around like, if you've been on bottom of the deck is the 7 of Wands. If you've been in fight mode on the defense, keeping yourself, like trying to just keep things the same in some sort of way, or fighting to keep things the same, I just don't think that's gonna work. There's a lot of defensiveness here. With the 7 of Wands is a defense card. And so there is something here about you. Some of you are being overly offensive or defensive, but I feel like some of you are finally learning in Gemini season how to stand up for yourself, how to really like realize that all these people that are opposing you, or anybody that's like attacking you or anything like that, they're opposing you from below. You are the fucking goat, baby. You are literally the mountain goat. Like all you do is climb to the top. all you do is get higher and higher, regardless of, Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising. Maybe you're feeling left out or feeling abandoned or feeling like you're tired of taking care of somebody, tired of taking care of broken, tired of like handling this person or people with kid gloves. I just feel like you getting mean or cold or agitated, you trying to be super logical about this whenever this is an emotional state or experience that you're having. It's like it may lead you to behave childishly in some sort of way. And if you notice that you've been extra aggro or extra aggressive or extra sharp or snappy or whatever, it just feels like it's time to talk about this. It's time to figure this out, sort this out, have the conversations that you're needing to have. If that looks like a therapist, if that looks like a reading, if that looks like sound healing, if that, whatever it is, it just feels like what needs to be clarified is who you are constantly showing up for. Does it feel reciprocal? Does it feel equal? Do you feel like you're getting paid enough for what you're doing? Some of you aren't betting on yourselves and you need to be using your voice or talking, or maybe this is developing something on social media, creating content, possibly speaking at events, becoming a speaker, becoming a coach of some sort, teaching. There could just be something here with like becoming a mentor or a mentor coming into your life. And don't be too proud to beg. Don't be too I don't be a know-it-all place. That feels really, really important, because solace wants to come in, and also an understanding of like hindsight is trying to come in, like an understanding of why you went through what you went through. The 4 plus the page is the 5 of swords, and so you or someone around you may have just been shady, and I feel like there's just recovery from that. Some of you are recovering from some really childish or hurtful behavior from someone with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements. There could be a lot of memories coming up. There could just be things coming back around. Some of you are really frustrated with work. Some of you are like really trying to figure out like, how can we like make more money? How can we like get things secure? You may be feeling like you're not smart enough, or like you could be just doing a lot of like studying or reading articles, or thinking that the key to your problems is in the realm of your logic, but the key is actually in the realm of your spirit and your emotions. The divine's trying to give you stuff, but you got to look in the cup, but you're discrediting cups. Cups are emotions, feelings. There may be something very good coming in for you there, and I feel like something good is trying to come in. But if you're so focused on the past, if you're so focused on what was, you will not have the proper response to this coming towards you. Going a little bit into the plunge here. And I hope to see you over there anyway. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. Over there we clarify all these cards. There's all kinds of astrological content. There's a tier for daily readings as well. Come on over and join the ethical cult. There's no killer Kool-Aid, I promise. There is bougie ass water though. For free shit, check out my Instasham at JustJ_everything. TikTok at JustJEverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. If the divine has to tinker with your finances to get your attention, they will. Don't put them in that position. I would highly suggest that you do your best to like articulate. Even if the articulation is you think that you're an atheist and you don't believe in shit, and like you just need to, like, you're just done with faith. You need to go ahead and like make that declaration. and like go ahead and just do the research so that you can make that declaration, have that conversation, because Saturn is going to push you to like make a definitive statement, or to get to arrive at a definitive conclusion. And I do feel like there is some sort of like, go ahead, invest. Some of you need to be investing in social media. Some of you, like, you should have been made that. I'm not going to say it like that. Make the YouTube channel, start creating content, start, maybe you want to become a social media manager, maybe, whatever it is. I just feel like you have an idea that you need to act on, but in some sort of way, you're believing more that the market's too saturated, or I don't have the money for this, or there's no money in this, but you're passionate about it. Don't play yourself. The passion is there for a reason, and you will have to stand up for yourself, stand up for other people, stand up for what's right. And you may be thinking that that's going to, some of you may be thinking that's going to cost you your job or cost you your reputation, but I actually feel like it's going to bring you peace. It's just earth and air out here. Well, there is a Wands card at the bottom of the deck, but this feels really concerning to me. Some of you are just still entertaining people who just aren't about shit. And they've already shown you that for a while now. And it's almost like you're doing your best to invest in these other people, or try to build them up, or help them, or grow their inspiration, or get them inspired. Some of you are giving so much energy to a company, so much energy to work, and you're left feeling depleted. Some of you are putting in so much energy for a job, and you're left feeling underpaid. Peace of mind is the goal this season. You having the time to get comfortable and calm and quiet and reflect. Reflect on what you believe in. Reflect on what you want to create, who you want to create with, how you interact with the universe, the divine, the God of your understanding, the gods of your understanding, whatever it is that you believe in. I also feel like some of you are very masterful with your words, and you need to be writing, or writing a book or something of that nature. That needs to be a thing. Some of you are being way too sharp. Some of you are like, your attitude could cost you some fucking money. This could be like your responses, or how like talking to everybody like they're your employee is a big Capricorn trait. And so just be careful with that. Whether that resonates or applies to you or not, it's just like, just remember, keep that in mind, especially while Mars is in Aries. It's just going to have everybody way more aggressive than they necessarily need to be. But I just feel like you being cold or sharp, or having that know-it-all, like, duh, you should know this kind of response to things, could cost you some money. For some of you, it could cost you a job, cost you a paycheck. Some of you are having to deal with legal situations, and you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna have to pay a fine, or you're gonna have to pay for legal fees, possibly. I just feel like you gotta watch your words. You gotta watch your mouth. Making sure that you're not drinking and driving is a thing. I don't know where that came from. I just feel like it's really important for you to mind the company that you keep, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Because I feel like there's some people that you may love them, but I also feel like they are not contributing shit to you elevating. And some of you, I love you, But some of you keep being attracted to people like this. Like you want to fuck or date or be with people who are just so unaligned with you. It's like what do you need? Do you want to be needed that much? Or like, is that what gets you off? Like, do you need somebody? Like, do you need to like help build someone up? Haven't you done that before? And weren't you still left wanting? I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and clarify this because I just feel like I'm getting meaner and meaner. And no, a Capricorn didn't kick me or hurt me or do anything. Like, this is just like the energy, I don't know, begrudgingly kind of like energy. And I just feel like you guys, like, we can't be just like playing dumb anymore. I don't know. I just feel like you know what you need to do, and a lot of you aren't doing it. So I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm going to keep it a stack. And just let you know that, like, if you keep ignoring what you know you need to do, if you keep ignoring your intuition, I say it all the time, Capricorns are some of the most slept on intuitives of the zodiac. Y'all be fucking knowing. Know damn well if you keep hanging out with this person, you're going to keep being in this position, this uncomfortable ass position with them. Yet you still pick up the phone every time they call you. You still go to their, you know, their aid and rush in and save the day. It's like, all right, you want to keep fucking around, you're going to keep finding out. And I feel like some of you find out that your mind, the story that you tell yourself, your narrative is just so much more powerful than your actual situation. And once you change your mind and once you strive for peace, everything starts falling into place. Once you start wielding that sword, I feel like some of you, you know who you need to cut off. You know who you need to stop talking to. You know who you need to connect with less. I don't know if it's family and that's why you feel like obligated to like try or whatever it is, but it's just like, how long are we going to keep doing this? How long are you going to stay here? Or some of you may be viewing yourself in this position. Does someone have to keep coming in and saving the day for you? Does someone always have to talk you off the ledge? Like, maybe that's the thing. It's like, think about who you are always complaining to or venting to in some sort of way. Like the people who love you and see your potential, like how it feels to watch you keep choosing the same cycle and expecting different results. It's hard. It's hard. And Gemini season, I feel like, is really, really going to come in and change your mind, change your thought process. It's going to reveal to you some of your own red flags. It's going to reveal to you the way that you sometimes choose chaos because you're used to it, because it's entertaining, or you're attracted to it. And why is that? Where does that come from? Which parent influenced that? It's time to cut ties with the past. Time to cut ties with the old mindset, the old like sarcasm, cynicism, because cynicism is just a defense mechanism and it's not going to keep you from being disappointed. You may think that it will, but it's just going to isolate you. That came up for somebody else. I want to say it was Sagittarius. But with Jupiter moving into Gemini, also go ahead and make sure you watch the Gemini season astrology video that has all the important astrological dates. With Jupiter moving into Gemini, I feel like we all are getting ready to be given big ideas. We're all being given like statements to make, important statements to make. Like our the way that we communicate is going to be changing. And I feel like there's luck and benevolence coming by way of your thought process, because all is mental. And you allowing yourself to be receptive and to act on these new ideas, to have new conversations, to surround yourself with new people, to surround yourself with a different environment, it's going to bring in some peace. And I feel like purpose starts to follow peace. You feeling really purposeful versus needing to be so defensive, or knowing that you need to stand up for yourself and then you not stand up for yourself, or knowing that you need to, you know, stand up for these other people and you don't do it, or you know, play it small, or, you know, the things that you don't do that you know you need to do out of fear. You done with this yet? Let's get into it. I'll see you over on Patreon. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. We gotta clarify this. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.